has started. No! The standard is the standard. We set the standard.
That is right. Welcome to Prime Time Beef Huddle. We are live back at the Slaughterhouse. I got my crew over here. We got Coach Negron. We have the owner, Ricky Burt's, in the house.
Supervisor's here.
So I feel like sitting over here. We're on the little kiddie boy table at Thanksgiving. You know what I mean? I mean, we got the big boy table over there.
Come on, man. Why you got to throw me down like that?
It's not throwing you down. We're at the kiddie boy table over here. You're at the adult.
He's sitting in like a throne.
I do want to say one thing. Welcome to 2026, Ricky. The fans haven't heard from you on the show yet.
They don't need to hear from me. I talk way too much. So.
Come on, man. 2026, we had our wonderful college football playoff championship watch party out at Hooters. How'd you guys fare? If you watch the video, you already know how they fared.
So look, here's the thing is, I shared this with several people that if it wasn't my team that Indiana was playing, that's the team I go for because it's the underdog, the underlining storylines with all that, everything with Mendoza and his family, everything about, it's Signetti. I mean, that's the team that I go for, you know, I mean, it's, when they played Oregon, I think Oregon had 84 and 5-star players. Mm-hmm. Indiana had 7. Yep. Well, when they played Miami, I mean, I think a lot of people know this. I am a diehard Miami Hurricane fan.
Okay.
As everybody I've shared with them before, I grew up in Alaska, went from Alaska down to Florida for a brief period of time, and then back to Alaska. I was 7 and 8 when I was down in Florida. They don't have college football in Alaska, contrary to belief.
Come on, man. I thought they do have high school football. I actually looked at the football fields, and I say this because I dispatched.
I played high school football. Yeah, I mean,
really,
they have that. But so my senior year, this was the end of August. We got 3 feet of snow the end of August. You know, so yeah, I mean, so they have high school football, and that was unusual, but. Just a very brief period of time, I lived in Florida and became a massive Hurricane fan. I told this story a million times to people. Their mascot, he's an ibis is what the technical term is, but he's a seagull. It's just a fancy word for a seagull is what he is. Well, his name is Sebastian, and I've had several pets that I've named Sebastian. I mean, so I am if it wasn't them playing my team, I would go for Indiana. And of course, it didn't go my way, but I was just happy that, hey, it was a game, it was close and everything else.
Well, yeah, that's what makes people stay, right? We've been to those where they're blowouts, where people tend to leave, and I don't blame them, right? You're like, okay, no one's going to pull it off. This was action all the way to the end.
Great game.
That was a great game. That was a great game.
And you had the players, you know, what I loved about it, and especially in this age of NIL, where money is a factor, you had these players showing how to still go all out till the end. As you saw, the last play was an interception for Miami, but they went all the way out, all the way until the end. That stuff, that's what keeps football exciting. When you see the blowouts, like I don't have to lie. When the Niners got blown out last week, that wasn't good football. People wanted to leave. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no, I get it.
It was better to have that style of football, I feel.
Absolutely.
But speaking of blowouts, and since we're talking about Omaha Beef football, I am not going to lie. My blood pressure is astronomically lower if we happen to have a lead of 30 points versus it being a 1-score game. But again, that's what keeps fans excited and into it, you know? So, 100%. But I mean, Coach, I won't be upset at all if you put a 30-point lead on somebody. I mean, I love playing cards. A lot of people know, and they have those poker tournaments where they have like the heart monitors hooked up to people. Right. And then, like when they get the good cards, their heart rate shoots up and everything else. I mean, we could talk all day long. We're not going to talk about it. Just, hey, college season's over.
Yep.
NFL playoffs are here this weekend. My team is playing this weekend. Hopefully they can advance.
And you know what? Our 2 teams aren't. And last week, I don't have to lie. Ricky, you know, actually 2 weeks ago and last week, Ricky was not here physically on set, but he was here.
Yes.
And we were talking stuff as if we were going to continue and be where Ricky is this week. So I have to give you, I'll give you one prop there. You get that prop.
His team's got the NFL MVP. Matthew Stafford's going to win an MVP.
But hey, again, let's talk about everybody's team, though. Let's talk about Nebraska's only professional football team.
Let's talk about
Let's talk about that.
We'll get off of college. We'll get off of the NFL and all that. I mean, I'll be focused on it on Sunday. Ain't gonna lie.
But we have to thank everybody that came out. We could not.
It was packed. There was a couple hundred people there.
Man.
I mean, it was. But shout out to the entire staff down there, though. Joseph and his entire staff, they did an incredible
great job.
Oh, they were fantastic partners, and I'm actually excited about doing some stuff differently for the watch party next year already. So looking forward to it for sure.
What else is going on? We obviously got ticket sales. We got stuff really ramping up. We'll let Coach do the announcement. How many more days, Coach?
32.
Okay, that's 32 until you get started. It is 42 until game day.
Correct.
42 until game day. That
Lots
is
of cool things going on in the National Arena League, though, right now.
It is going to go so quick. A lot of changes, a lot of good things.
Yeah.
How are we feeling as we're getting closer to those meetings? You're getting closer to, I mean, look at that. You start talking about season. If your hair on your arms aren't getting up, you're not a Beef fan. That's all I could say. You're not a fan. What's all coming up for fans? What should they all know coming up for you guys?
Well, I mean, just a couple of things is one, we have our upcoming Super Bowl watch party. It's going to be taking place.
72 table and tap.
Yep. That'll be taking place on
right across from the Slaughterhouse.
And everybody else, they've had that for like 5 years now. They've been great over there. For everybody that is a season ticket holder, we're actually in the process of emailing all them for the season ticket holder party we'll have taking place the end of February. So no, there's going to be, I mean, it's ramping up for us. I mean, it's getting to kind of be go time. So, but aside from all the normal stuff we have going on, there are some major league, some big time announcements coming from the NAL down that we'll probably be announcing starting next week. And they are ones that I am pumped up and fired about. So we have an incredible leadership team back at the league office kind of running and doing stuff. We have some big announcements coming up that I think are not going to only get fans of the Omaha Beef excited, but fans of the National Arena League. And we're just continuing to grow and expand on what we're doing. And but we'll talk about that stuff when that crosses, but it's coming up. We're
going to have another show next Thursday. We'll be back next Thursday. So hopefully, do you feel like all these announcements and all these things we'll be able to talk Thursday?
Absolutely.
Yes. Yeah. So make sure to be here
next Thursday.
Yes. Yeah. Next Thursday. No, this Thursday.
Now, am I going to be here to talk about them? We'll wait and see.
He's telling us.
But also too, I mean, but speaking of like new announcements, as an organization, we are continuing to grow what we are doing in the community. We're going to have some special guests coming on here very soon. It is one of the things I love about what it is that I do is I get to meet some incredible individuals, people that own and operate and run businesses. And it's there's just something to be said about Midwest values, beliefs, and I am just constantly amazed at the incredible people that I get to run into that share a lot of the same goals and objectives that we have as an organization. And so when you talk about a partnership, the synergies just line up. And we'll be talking about those with our next guest coming on. I mean, it's continuing to grow and expand on what it is that we're doing. I'm excited about it. They're excited about what we're doing. They've made a large number of commitments already, not only to us, but things in the community that we'll be talking about here during the show and actually throughout the entire season. So it's just, it never ends for our organization, our fans.
Well, what I hope that our fans are seeing and what I hope that our partners are seeing through the episodes. I mean, this is episode 16. Can you believe that? We're preseason and we're on episode 16.
That's pretty cool.
We've been able to really connect with our partners to let them share how community matches the community of the Omaha Beef, how standard matches the standard. And what I love about these people that you're going to bring in, it's 120 plus years of standard.
100%.
You cannot be around that long without a standard. I mean, as we've said, and I know I even shared it when I was down at Goose's, when me and my guy Eric did a little clips for Goose's, who is a great sponsor and a partner for us for the coaches show coming up here in March. We talked about the knowledge of people not realizing when companies have this long tenure of being in business. It doesn't happen nowadays. I mean, I'm going on 10 years of a long company. How many long companies make it that long? Not long, because they get beat up. They go through the turmoil and they just don't want to continue. You guys have obviously continued for 27 years. The company we're going to bring on is 120. And until then, We're going to get out of here real quick. Make sure to check our beef merchandise. Get you some while you go on break.
Can you hear me?
Welcome back, beef fans. We are live here with Arbor Bank with well over 120 years of business. We appreciate you joining the show, and we appreciate you being a part of the Beef Nation, the Beef family. But I'm going to let Ricky do his thing because this means a lot to him because he knows what it takes to be that standard.
Well, on behalf of the Omaha Beef and all of our fans that are watching and our announcement, and I know that between the platforms up there, I saw you pop up. We've already got 100 watching live, which is great. I'd like to introduce everybody to Rox and Brent with Arbor Bank.
Hello.
They are the new official financial partners of the Omaha Beef, and we'll actually talk a little bit more. They are more than just a bank and a financial institution. There's a lot of things that they do and they offer their clients. And I'll actually get into some of those of how it's actually benefited the Omaha Beef organization. It can benefit other businesses, and we'll talk more about it. But it's one of those things that this is started off as a business relationship, and it's really kind of grown from there. And I see Rock smiling at me out of the left of my eye here, because she knows exactly what I'm talking about. As I said before the show even started, there is just moments whenever it's almost like this long lost family relative that you didn't know that existed. I'm trying to think of the analogy off the top of my head, but
she's not from Alaska though, but she is family.
and
It's right.
There we go. And I don't think that she minds not being from, and the same with Brent as well. But whenever you get to work with other businesses where, look, we are successful on so many different platforms, on so many different levels because of how we operate and the things that we stand for. And I can tell you, and I'll say this is a strong personal testimony, that Arbor Bank, everything that our fans and our business partners love about the Omaha Beef, I'm just going to tell you, I will put my personal reputation on the line that this is the exact same financial institution that believes in all the same things. And I say financial institution, but it is so much more than that. We can kind of get into it a little bit. Like, for example, we have, Coach, as you know, is fired up about training camp coming up and everything else. Rox, Brent, and their team are going to be actually at our orientation talking with our players. And it's not going to be just on the finance side. There's going to be stuff on the insurance side, on the investment side. And we'll kind of get into those questions with them to kind of share some more information. But even more importantly, every conversation I've had with them has started off, what can we do to help? Okay, you guys are working with this community organization, or you're working with that. What can we do to help? And I can tell you guys that they have answered the call every single time I've had those conversations with them. So,
or as for the beef fans, they've answered the cowbell every single time.
So,
sorry, I don't have one.
So I'm on a little bit of a tangent there, and I am very proud to be sitting here with them. And so with that, we'll just kind of turn over to Brent and let you tell us a little about yourself and Rox, and then we'll kind of roll into, I know we're going to have some fans asking questions like always, and we'll go from there. So, and actually, Rox, I'm going to pick on you first because you're the one that started off everything with us. What do you think it means to Arbor Bank and you guys to be partnering with us?
Oh, it's huge. There's only so many marketing dollars to go around. So when we go looking for a partnership, we're looking for, like you said, somebody who has the same core values. And it became very clear from day one that was the Omaha Beef for us, and your commitment to your fan base and the importance of offering them not just quality football, but winning football with very high standards and sportsmanship and work ethic are all very great attributes. And we look at our customers in the same fashion with the same lens, in that we're looking to offer an experience, not just products and services, but individualized, one-to-one, solutions and be around forever. And that same commitment to your fan base is what we have to our customers. So that was the first compelling thing. And then the second thing is your commitment to the community. Community is such a large thing for Arbor Bank. And I was to listen to you talk to me about your community efforts and things you have planned and the passion and enthusiasm you had for that was very exciting to me because we have the same. And what became apparent to me is that by partnering with you, we might be able to move the needle a little further than we could individually.
I'm over shedding a tear when they say that.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. They got to meet a couple players here that are here now that are ready for their moment to talk with us.
Yep.
These players come from all around. They don't have family. Our community becomes their family. And obviously having connections with businesses like your own, giving them opportunity to have things besides just a bank.
Yeah.
Options to do better things. Of course, you've talked to players where they're coming from out of state and they need family. How do you see that fitting into what you guys do and how it connects you with the Omaha Beef?
Seamless transition from what they get with the beef to the Arbor Bank, and that we're about building a relationship. And we don't see our customers as just customers; they're family. We have long-term customers, and we're about the relationship. So, and it's authentic and genuine, which is another thing that I would say about the beef is that Ricky and his whole organization is authentic, transparent, and genuine. And so that's what we'll bring to them too. That was a great question.
Well, what I can also add to that, coming from a guy who I used to love my bank. I used to enjoy my bank. I used to know my banker. Those bigger banks nowadays have people that are so cycled through. When you go in for a simple, hey, I own a business and I have my home stuff. And I say, deposit this into my business. And I go home and my wife goes, you deposit money into the home? Sweet. I go, no. Now my QuickBooks is going to be off. Banks don't understand that because they don't get personal with you. Brent, welcome to the show. What is this important for you and what you bring from Arbor Bank?
Well, I think we've touched on a lot of those things just a minute ago. And I love the example that you brought up because the reality is just like a football team, we can bring solutions to the table all the time in banking and insurance and mortgage, but it's the personal touch. Great results, great teams are born out of great relationships. And that's done at the building block level. It's me to you at a one-on-one level. And what we take great pride in is really taking the time and being great listeners and understanding what your goals are, because the goals are going to be different for you, for Ricky, for Coach Negron. We take pride in understanding what your goals are, understanding it, and then being a part of that solution, knowing that we can bring our best as a team, as Arbor Bank, to any individual, our community, when our best is needed. And that's what's important to us. That's what makes us shine. That's what drives us to be the best.
I'm going to steal one of his quotes. Great teams are built out of great relationships. I've never heard, but it's true though. I mean, it's 100% true. And in my opinion, I'm a people person. I enjoy talking to people face to face first and foremost. Now, in this day and age with technology, I'll video chat and then on the phone. And then the last thing is an email or a text, And so in my personal opinion, I think some of that, the relationships I enjoy the most are the ones where I have that face-to-face contact. And Brent, you talked about it. I mean, what my needs are completely different than somebody else's and somebody else's. And really, I mean, look, guys, I'm just going to tell you, Arbor Bank is where the Omaha Beef bank at. That's where Ricky Burt's bank's at. And and anybody that knows me for the entire time that I've been here, I'm not going to say that and it just be word salad, and it's so much more that they do. I had a meeting with Mike yesterday via Zoom, and look, I mean, I'll be honest. I mean, everybody's heard of Square. I've used Square for credit card processing for a number of years. It works. It fits all my needs and everything else. Well, in the period of probably maybe 30 minutes, I mean, he identified where I have like a savings of almost $20,000. That's bottom line profit dollars. All right. We talk about community and everything else. I've said this time and time again, the more successful we are, the larger that pie grows. The larger that pie grows, the more we can do in the community. And oddly enough, the more you do in the community, the pie grows even more out of that. Mike just helped me yesterday grow that pie by a $20,000 meeting that we had. And for full transparency, I've been working with Square since I purchased the team late 2018. I never talked to them in person or on the phone one time ever. So literally in 30 minutes, I had more one-to-one, face-to-face, even though it was via video chat, communication I've ever had with my process server. I have a problem. I can pick up the phone and call him. I have a problem with Square. And again, nothing against them or whatever. I have to send them an email or a chat. They get back to me and everything else. And so it's so much deeper. And I'm really excited. I know we have a lot of players that watch our show as well. I know that you guys coming in from out of town, this is going to be your home away from home. I can tell you that one of the things that I believe makes us so successful, and this is back to your quote, where strong relationships make a strong team. I can assure you that as an organization, we are doing our part to enable you guys to have the relationships here from on the financial side that are going to make you strong, not only as a team, but as an individual. And to be quite honest, probably going to help you even after your playing career is over. And those are the kind of things that, as you know, Kendall, because we've been doing this for a number of years now, those are the things that make us who we are as an organization. And as you're kind of probably already picking up on here, that's what makes who they are as a business as well. So,
well, I got a text in. Okay. So that's the best part of what we do is when it's live, it could be on the stream, it could be on a text. But when you're dealing with bigger purchases, they feel like this is where the disconnect is with the banks. How do you guys keep that as a simple relationship to build that partnership with that customer? Because they're getting emails from here or there, and there's so much spam out there. They don't know what is what and what they should sign and don't sign. I think that's the hardest thing nowadays is you have to have the relationship with the people that work there over the relationship of that email.
Time on task is important. So when people are trying to make big decisions, it comes down to the people you're around and trusting who you're with. And you build trust through time. That's where I think when you take time as a professional to really understand it. And by the way, it's tougher to execute than it is to say it. Taking time, being present. We're all busy. We all have a zillion things going on, but being really present to understand somebody, that takes practice, takes discipline. And when you do that, I think people recognize the real thing when somebody's taking time. There's a trust that's built quicker. And to be honest with you, I think people want to work with other people and will be open if you show interest in them. And to me, there's nothing, Rocks and our team, everybody at Arbor Bank, there's nothing that really charges us up quite like helping people and seeing that it makes a difference in their life. That's why we got into the business. That's why we do what we do. We want to see what we do, what we take pride in. We'd love to see that happening with you as an individual and achieving your goals.
Yeah,
Awesome.
Kind of the short answer is the relationship. If you have a question or an issue, you should have somebody that you can just pick up the phone and call.
You don't want that contact us where it's impersonal and they have the automated?
No.
But on top of that, though, Rocks, expand on it. Okay, you can pick up the phone and call. And I don't know about you, Kendall, but I don't always have all the answers.
No.
But I know somebody that does. And if you have that relationship with the person that you're picking up the phone to call, well, hey, just so you know, we have many services that we provide to our customers. I'm not the person for that, but I've got somebody right down the hall. I'm going to have them get in touch with you and everything else. And I can guarantee you're going to get the exact same level of service, the exact same relationship aspect that you talked about as well. And actually, I mean, if you want, Rocks, you want to kind of expand a little bit on some of those additional things that work. Just for example, at orientation with the players that are coming in, we're not just talking about setting up bank accounts and everything else with them. If you want to touch on that, and again, a lot of the guys are watching, this is the kind of stuff that we're going to do to help you as an individual, help you as a professional. But if you want to expand on that.
Yeah, we have a building full of advisors. And so back to what Brent said is we talk to you about what your questions and your financial needs are, and that if that's insurance, if that's, looking to buy a house and a mortgage, if that's a business or personal banking, what is it that you need? And then we'll answer your questions. And so we're there to listen first and then bring our expertise and answer the questions. And so each player is probably going to have a different set of circumstances and questions. And that's why we reached out to you about making sure we had all the proper staff there to be able to handle each individual situation.
Ricky, you notice what she didn't say? She didn't say, hey, we're going to give you a car loan. We're going to give you a mortgage. We're going to give you this. We're going to advise you and get you in the right direction that you want to get and provide that service. Not just, let me sell you this, sell this, sell this, sell this. It's, let me help you through this to get to that other side. How has Arbor Bank been able to be the bank of choice for many for so many years?
I think it is the relationships and it goes back to the authenticity and the genuineness. Everybody genuinely is happy to help. And I think we listen first. We listen to understand and not formulate a response, which is kind of what you were saying in that, we're not just trying to sell products and services. We're trying to make a fit and answer and make our customers successful. So I think that's the key.
As they say in football and other things, like a glove, they want to get that fit on.
That's right.
I tell you, Ricky, you continue to find companies that just go above and beyond and not only help the Omaha Beef as an organization, but look to the interests of the players that continue to come out of state that want to be here. This is why they want to be here. They know the security. They know that they have something backing them up that they can trust. So I don't know what else to say about Arbor Bank. They're right there.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, it's your brand can mean certain things. We were talking about college football. Before we got into this part of the segment. What do you think the brand is of Indiana football now compared to what it was 2 years ago? I mean, and when you think about that, you think about Signetti, you think about all the players, all the things that they do and everything else. And I will continue to say it. At the end of the day, all the decisions and say so goes through me. And this is the official bank of the Omaha Beef. And so, I mean, Kendall, I think everybody's probably they've either had a personal experience or they know somebody that's had a bad experience. They know somebody that's had a bad experience through some kind of financial institution. Okay. I mean, everybody knows that. And so if I'm sitting there saying that this is, and it's my decision that this is the official bank of the Omaha Beef, I'm automatically putting my name on the line for them. And guys, I can tell you that it is a no brainer. Okay. I mean, literally in 30 minutes with Mike, he saved me $20,000. I mean, it just, that's real money, and that's just me. There's other people out there that have got different needs. And I just know that the way in which they've handled stuff with us I have no doubt at all that that's how they will handle stuff with other people as well. And so again, it's, and really, I mean, this is, I'll call it our coming out party about this partnership. I'm just telling you, there is no doubt in my mind that I'll be looking forward. This is our 10-year anniversary with Arbor Bank. Yeah. This isn't a transactional, this isn't a standard business transaction. This is a relationship that's going to continue to grow and build. And I'm just looking forward to all of the people that are out there watching, the people that we'll be talking to at games and everything else. I know what's going to happen. The testimonies are going to come out of them. Hey, you talked about this, you did that. I know who you are as a person. I know what you mean to the community when you put your name behind something. That's what it's all about, Kendall.
It's all the names. That's the one thing that I think a lot of the bigger banks are missing is they're so interchangeable because, the pay is different for everybody. Yep. But when you get invested into companies and you're able to do more than just be a banker and you're able to help with other things, the money is not a matter. It's not this is all that we can get.
I know Brent's going to hit this one out of the park.
Oh, shoot.
It's
softball. Here we go.
Here it comes. They are a partner of the Omaha Beef. Okay. It's not a transaction. It's not a deposit. They are a partner of the Omaha Beef is what they are. And so in regards to partnerships, I mean, these are the people that you want to partner with. That's who we're partnering with. And I know that a lot of people put a lot of trust in us. And I mean, Brent, anything you want to add to that?
Sure. I look at the organizations and I see a lot of similarities, starting Absolutely. With people, There's a selflessness I see in the Omaha Beef, and there's a selflessness in our organization. We think about others first. That shows up in our community efforts, shows up in just how we deal with people. And maybe the other thing that I see is I see great passion. Ricky, the first time I met you, you're not the shyest guy I've ever met in my life. I mean, you are unbridled energy, and look, that's fun. People want to be around people with passion and energy. That's what we would pride ourselves on. That we see that in you, we see that in the organization, and it's just an honor to be with you and the organization and pair up to do great things together. We're really excited about this.
Well, I do want to say thank you guys for saying that you checked out some of our episodes, because that means a lot. Because as we said, some of those players that we're interviewing, when we ask them why Omaha, the thing that they repeatedly say is they know how they're being treated. They know they're being treated right. They don't have to worry about room and board. They don't have to worry about food. They don't have to worry about where they're, they don't have to worry about doing all these extra sales. They get to come and play football. For an organization to be around for 27 years, still trucking and doing the longest at that.
Yes, in the United States.
It's fantastic.
Those are the things that just have to hit home for a company that is been invested in yourself for over 120 years. It shows the time is there, the investment's there, and the players feel it. And when you feel like the players can talk about it that haven't even been here, they've just kind of heard other people, and they're coming to join us, that's got to hit a little bit different for Arbor Bank.
Yeah, absolutely. It does. Talking about that partnership, when I first met Ricky, I told him my definition of a good partnership is when each partner feels like they're getting more out of the relationship than the other. And I definitely feel that way working with the Omaha Beef. And I echo the sentiments of Brent, and that we're very grateful.
We're just getting started. I will give them a shout out, though, as a business. As a business, they are the first ones to have done this. Rox is working with the entire staff there. They're actually going to be wearing Omaha Beef jerseys on Friday nights before games.
Let's go.
I'm just,
we're going to have to go in and prove it. We're going to do one of those prove it's.
Come on in, bring your cameras.
Go.
No, we might have to just do like 5 trips to the drive-thru.
Yes.
Doing it. And
yeah.
Once you just hear it, yep, we just had to come around again and see it.
We just had to make sure it was right.
Always welcome.
Yeah. So no, we're definitely excited about it. So
well, the last question, of course, that someone sent in is, how do they find you? How do they get a hold of you? If our fans, Beef Nation, obviously the players are going to have a great introduction at orientation. The fans need to know, how do they find you? Where's the location so they can come in? Because you want to get to know the people. Again, let me say that again. If you don't know your banker, you can't trust the banker. That's all I can say.
Yeah, you can find us at 16949 Lakeside Hills Plaza, right there at 168th and Center. We also have locations at Antler View in Elkhorn, and then we've got our offices in Oakland, Hamburg, Sydney, and Nebraska City.
Ooh, the small towns. That's when you know it's good. Those small towns because that's all they have. Those bigger banks don't want it. Why? Because there's not a lot of always business around there. But when you can go in there and be an impact into the smaller communities, the bigger communities got to eat you up. They know that you can do the small communities. That means you can make connections.
Everybody matters. The website is www.arborbanking.com. Find all that information on there too.
And we'll actually go in, and Kendall will actually post it in the comments and stuff like that after the show for people to click on as well. Again, I'm just going to say it. I'll continue to say it. That's where the Omaha Beef Bank at. That's where Ricky Burt's bank's at. And that's where the football players will be banking at, Coach Negron. Again, we're just excited to have them on board. And like I said, it really is a partnership, and it's one that we're excited to be part of here, not only for the 2026 season, but this is just the first of many years to come.
Well, we greatly appreciate them joining us. But until we get to the players, go ahead and check out some people's thoughts on who was going to win the game while we're switching out who's coming in. Next up, some of the players.
Boy, Eric Guerrero Media Group. We out here at Hooters, man. Vista, it's going down. Who do you got winning this game? Who do I got? Are you talking about this Indiana-Miami game? I'm going Miami. Hooters, man.
You?
Oh, what? Hey. No! He wants to make sure he gets a paycheck as well.
Indiana.
By what?
14.
But it do you?
Going with the U, baby.
It's beer.
Here's the beer.
winning and why?
Indiana, because they're so freaking good.
Oh, dude, the U all the way, man.
Who you got winning? Hooters!
I got Miami.
Woo! Miami by 7. They've been dominant all year. Fucking Miami. It's all about the U.
I got Indiana.
I win it. Miami. Hooters! Dad, who do you got? Indiana. Big Ten country. Go Hooters.
I got Miami.
Miami, who you got? I got Indiana. It's gotta be Indiana by 10. Let's go, all the way. Anybody beats Miami there on my book. Go Signet. You got winning. Miami. Indiana.
Go Beef.
Man, that was a blast. I don't,
Good time.
man, you know what I loved? The kitchen staff just getting into it. I know we had after halftime, I had to like readjust the music because we were trying to get the game back on, and the manager's back there, the general manager, Joe's back there dancing with his crew.
Yep.
Because of course I threw a little lechona at the end just to kind of get people moving fast again. And you just look back there and the kitchen crew's just doing a little line dance, doing a little fun. But we greatly appreciate it. Again, all those that joined us at Hooters, and we're ready to make it happen again.
House.
We're ready to make it happen for the Super Bowl across the way. But today we have a new offensive lineman, Travis Anderson. Travis, welcome to the show.
Hey, thanks for having me.
And he's got that West Side Warriors shirt on. I don't know if you know what I do outside of here, but this right here, Wired Access, I cover high school sports like there's no tomorrow. I interview athletes who are high school athletes all the way up to college and pro. If it's a high school, they got to be committed because I don't want to interrupt with that most important thing. Had some great JUCO players, stuff like that are showing. I mean, the most recent is Malachi Marshall across the way, now going to be at Florida State.
It's good stuff.
It's just to share the journey, but your journey, of course, is also in football. You're from Kansas. You went up, you played a little bit. Now you're coaching, you're giving back. Welcome to the Beef, man.
Yeah, no, I'm excited to be here. Played high school ball in Derby, Kansas, and then went out to Missouri Western, got a chance to play some football there, and football career ended, went to the Chiefs, was a rookie minicamp guy, and ended there, and then got into coaching, and I've loved it. Excited to be back into playing, though.
Here's what I love about his story, and I looked it up. Don't get me wrong. Missouri Western, if those don't know, that's the Griffins. If those don't know what the Kansas City Chiefs do, but they have a practice facility at the Griffins. And I know that because we have played there with little peewee teams when we would come down. What is that experience like for you to, one, you're from Kansas, played in Kansas, you got to go just across the way in Missouri. What was the decision for Missouri Western? How'd you get that to be your college?
Coming out of high school, had a couple Division IIs looking at me, and I had a couple buddies that were already at Missouri Western. The coaches that were there at the time recruited me super early. They built the relationship, and by the time I'd gone on a visit, I was sold it was home. I had friends there. I trusted them. The coaches were honest and built that relationship. And, once I was there, I couldn't turn back and loved every second of it. Met my wife now, met some of my best friends, and it was just an amazing experience.
Did you ever check out preseason workouts there for the Kansas City Chiefs?
Oh yeah. Checked out their summer workouts all the time. They'd come by, they'd have the players walking through the halls. They're just roaming campus, and we'd get to say hi to them. We'd go out to a practice, and it was a really cool experience to have them there. We'd have to get kicked out of our indoor facility, but it was totally worth it. And to be a young guy at that time and just see these giant humans walking around and get to meet them and just realize they're normal people and doing the same things we were doing was really cool.
What's the thing that you learned when you got to do your NFL tryout that you wish you knew prior to doing it?
I say the biggest thing that I learned, everyone that is there is a truly elite level. It's the 0.01%. And to even have an opportunity, I was super thankful to be able to put on that uniform. Got a snapped Patrick Mahomes, which was pretty amazing. But everyone is elite in what they do and their physical traits and what you can get out of what you are physically and what you're born into. You get to see it at the highest level. And it was truly special to see the guys' dedication and all the work that they put in to even get there and what it took to stay there. It was pretty amazing.
Well, we'll get to how you got to Omaha, Coach. How did you find Travis for yourself?
So Travis, he asked about the tryout. Of course, our tryouts had already happened. So he submitted film through our website. It actually went to Ricky first, and interestingly enough, so Ricky doesn't always look at film. He'll get an inquiry, and he'll typically just forward it to me. But he had a minute, and he happened.
You got him looking.
He happened to click on Travis's film, and I'm in the same office as the rest of the front office until I move into my coach's office, which will be in the next week or so. And he screams across the front, "Coach, you got to come look at this film." And so I go over and look at it, and it's just Travis mollywopping people all over the field. It was incredibly impressive, right? And so, when I look to sign O lineman, one of the things I look at is, if I'm walking down a dark alley, who would I want to be walking with me? I mean, you may not be able to see it on the podcast screen for the viewers at home, but I literally feel like I'm sitting next to a professional wrestler.
I want to tell you right now, I'm going to have to go right with Coach. Do not look him up online because you'll be disappointed. You will not. You won't be disappointed seeing him in person. But what I saw online is not the same guy that I see in front of me today.
Right.
Like online, he looks like this little lineman. I'm like, this dude's going to be a lineman to go up against, and work with Junebug and Reggie. Which
I have no idea what's coming. No idea what's coming. And again, it lends to, I talk about this all the time, Kendall. There's a way I want to win here, and there's a type of athlete I want to win with here, and I'm not discounting any of the championships that were done here previously, but I had this conversation with the veterans on Sunday, some of the local veterans, and I met up. It's the person too, right? Look at what he's doing in the community. He's teaching. He's giving back. He's giving back to the game that gave him so much, right? And I think it speaks volumes when you have a player that he took a little bit of time off, to do life, I guess is what you call it. But he has the itch, and he's willing to put the work in to come back and play at an elite level, right? And he knows what an elite level is from participating in some NFL tryouts and camps, right?
Well, and I could tell you he did not disrespect the game coming in here.
No. And
that to me is already, we're right here, right? We're moving up.
Yeah.
Because the disrespect was not there. Nothing against you, but people have. People have came to this guy,
happen.
and they have thought that they could just come up off the couch and just hang out, but they don't understand that this is a pro arena team, and it's the longest running one in the whole United States of 27 years. Consistency matters. The style of players matter. How did you end up getting to Omaha?
So after college, my wife and we moved out to Washington State. We were there for 5 years. I was coaching there, and then my dad actually got sick, and that brought us back home. So loved my time in Washington. We actually won a state championship at the high school level.
Okay.
So they did some amazing things, and I miss the kids that I was able to coach there and the relationships I made coaching. But coming back home, closer to home, wife and I had just had our first kid about 1.5 years ago. So prepping for him being born, that my parents can be around our kid, and hopefully, more in the future, and to be closer to home while he's not doing great. So that brought us, hey, how can we be close to them? They're still in Wichita, close enough that I can make the quick drive home, but far enough away that maybe they're not showing up every day at our doorstep.
Did you have any connection to Omaha?
I'd been here a couple times, had a bunch of buddies in college who grew up. Couple went to Papillion. One was out in Elkhorn. So I'd actually been up and visited a couple times when my wife and I were kind of like, hey, thinking we might come out here. We traveled around and kind of went from city to city to see like, hey, could we see ourselves moving here, be closer to my parents? And we loved Omaha and went out to the zoo, went out to a couple restaurants, met with some friends, and we were pretty sold that we were coming here.
Well, the good thing is you'll find out from the Omaha Beef. I mean, Omaha is a food capital of the world.
Love
as
it.
Coach. I mean,
Love
this
it.
guy is always out and about. But we have a lot of great partners as well that are the smaller businesses that you can really go experience different styles of food. It isn't like they just went for the bar and grill and all the bar and grills and that's all you get.
Yeah.
I mean, they got a wide variety, which obviously helps a little bit with that. Now, of course, with Omaha, how'd you get in with coaching at Westside? What's your connection to Westside?
So my roommate in college, Tyler Rice, he was actually a PE teacher there. I was coaching at Gretna when I first got here, and was out there working for the city of Omaha Parks and Rec, coaching at Gretna as a volunteer, just as I made the transition. And then Coach Rice gave me a call. He's like, "Hey, I need you to come meet with Coach Lamonji." He's like, "He's your kind of guy," and he set up a meeting and we hit it off. He's been an amazing coach to learn from. The program he runs, they don't win as much as they do on accident, and kind of being behind the scenes and seeing why they're as successful as they are with all their systems. It's truly impressive, and I've loved my time at Westside.
How long have you been there?
This was my first season.
Okay. So that intro is not a normal high school intro. You got to love that.
Mm-hmm.
You get to work right alongside DB. That's my boy. That's my road dog.
Oh, he's the man.
Dude, that's my guy. That's how I got into radio and got to do all that. And I used to coach with them at the Junior Skyhawks back in the day. Man, you got a football guy all right here. I don't know. I don't know where this guy came from under for you, but
Well, here's the other thing I like about him. So, some of the best linemen I've been around in this game is obviously Reggie Patrick, June Bug, and then Coach Kane, who played for me before coming coach. He has a little bit, just in a little time, he's got a little bit of all three in him, right? And I think, when because Coach Kane obviously is extremely influential in who we put on the line. I think you're seeing him build a line that is very much in his image as a player, cerebral. Junebug is arguably the best lineman in the league, right? But he's quiet about it. He does his talking on the field, and then Reggie's got that
swagger,
got that dog
yeah.
in him, right? So I think there's a little bit of all of them in Travis, so he fits right in. So I want to ask you a question, Travis. You've taken a little break from the game, right? You're coaching, but for your playing, you've taken a break, and you've been pretty close to the highest levels of this game. The level that we all strive for. What are you? I mean, look, I know what the team goal is for the season, right? Because I set that, right? So, but what are some personal goals for you this season as you get back on the football field for the first time in how long?
Going on 9 years since I played.
Yeah.
So personal goal is just get better every day, because I can't control where I'm at, but I can control how much better I can get. Can I learn the playbook and understand the game at a high level? Can I have an attention to detail in my steps or my punch or whatever we're doing within the scheme, whether it's pulling, pass protecting, seeing where the gaps in my play are, being a student of the game, studying the details, because all that matters. So the goals in the grand scheme of things is how can I be better tomorrow than I am today?
How do you think what you have done and where you're at right now, 9 years removed, what do you know about arena football that you feel is going to be something you'll have to overcome? And what do you think you'll be able to adjust to and be a contributor?
I think what I've seen arena wise, it is a high level of football to be out of the game for a long time, just having that acclimation period where the speed might be higher than I expect, or there's things going on. You have the walls, it doesn't affect the O-line as much. Like, is it a guard position where I'm rotating from one side to the other? Now I'm having to play right one play, left the next, readjusting in my mind where I need to go based on what the defense is doing. So the cerebral side of things on adjusting to that and having the learning curve there is probably where I see the adjustments coming.
Man, what I love about it is the knowledge of what can be and what will be, right? Like, sometimes people will come sit down and talk probably with coach, I'm sure, and they just talk about, the outside of the 11-on-11 game. This is a whole different ball game.
Yeah.
But with you coming in already explaining what you feel could be the biggest and hardest thing, but obviously you've shown before and what you've done in football that you can overcome and get to the highest level. You know that it can be achievable. Is it something that's tomorrow? No, something that's going to grow with it. So man, you just have a lot of good positive inflection in what you're saying that just tells me that you're ready to make this transition.
So
it was thoughtful.
And this lends to what you said, Kendall, too. When you look at tryouts, right, and guys come out to tryouts, he hadn't played for 9 years, right? So, but you can already tell just from sitting here talking to him that the mental's there, right? He's been coaching the game, right? The drive is there, right? He's maintained, a certain level of drive, motivation, whatever it may be. So the question's always going to be the fitness, right? So again, I go back to the trial. I don't want to get my blood pressure up, right? But you got some of these guys coming in looking like a bowl of mashed potatoes, and he comes in here, clearly looks like he works out every single day, right? Or at least has some sort of fitness regimen. The question is just going to be: is can the stamina and the energy, catch up to the game, because he hasn't played for 9 years, right? But I'm always worried about is the head first, right? Clearly I don't have anything to worry about with that. Now it's just going to be a test of the physical, and that's what camp is all about, right? And so once he gets through that, he'll do great. The game is the game. Football is what, at the end of the day, what retires people is the physical. You know why I can't play anymore? Because I'm old, brittle, right? Right. But mentally, I would love to go out there tomorrow, because I know my head is right where it needs to be to play the game. His head's already there, so we just got to make sure the physical's right. We can get him right. Travis Anderson's going to make an impact on the 2026 season. Mark my words.
Why Omaha? Besides, it's close to home.
Close to home. It's a beautiful city. It's well taken care of. It's close enough that we get home. But really, the people that I met when we were visiting, so many kind people, the positive relationships we met, just being in West Side and meeting all these coaches and teachers and students that have just been truly amazing. I wasn't sure of that when I was going in, but now that I'm here, I don't think we're going anywhere anytime soon.
Did you hear like the same word over and over, just in different words?
What's that?
Community, 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 community. The people outside, the people inside,
That's
the people on the backside.
That's right.
Man, it's going to be fun. I mean, I don't know if he's told you, but 32 more days, like he has it counting down.
Yeah.
What do you do else at West Side? What's your job?
So I teach PE at
Okay.
West Side. So strength and conditioning, teaching sports skills, coaching football, coaching track. In the summers,
Is it the throwers in track, or
do I look more like a thrower or maybe like a long distance?
okay, I want to opposite that. Okay, I'm a big lineman. You want to know what I coached for 8 years in high school?
Only because you started with that, I'm guessing receiver or DB?
DB.
Yeah.
No, I've coached before lineman.
Yeah.
But I love the challenge of defensive backs. Why? Because if you could teach them how to do what they need to do, their speed will do what they need to do if they have the speed, and their eyes and hands will do what they need to do if they have the mental to do that.
Yep.
You can teach the formation and how to do it, but it's, can they do it? And when you can get a kid that has never touched the defensive back, and your coaches, and you know how it is on the sideline, he gets beat once and they didn't even make a completion. He just got beat and they threw the ball, and coaches, get him out of there. He sucks. Pull him off the side. What'd you see? Here's what I saw, coach. All right, back up 3 more steps. Kid gets his first interception right after that. Those are the moments that it's all about. I don't care about anything else. You take the correction and you do it. But that's why I had to ask. I figured throwing, but you never know, man. You could do a high jump. I would think you could do a long jump.
I probably could, but helping with the throwers.
Oh, well, welcome to the beef, and welcome to the fans. I mean, they're out there, and you'll get to know them. Hopefully we'll see you here at the Super Bowl party
Yeah.
coming up.
Who's watching tonight, Cal? Who we got out there tonight?
Ooh, well, first I need to ask, do we have the other player?
No, so
Okay.
guys, Tyler Silverstrand, another signee, he was going to be on tonight, but he's got to work.
That's okay.
You know, some of the fans may know him. He was in camp, I believe 2024.
I was trying to think about it. I'm like sitting there going through like, yeah, I saw his face. It reminds me. That's why I was hoping to see him, but that's okay.
Yeah.
We have our guy Carver out there. Welcome to the beef.
Yep.
You know, and I tell you, the fans, have you been to a beef game?
I have not been to a beef game, but every person I talk to raves about
I'm
it.
giving you homework tonight.
Okay.
Go YouTube some beef games tonight.
Well,
I have YouTube some
There
beef
you go.
games.
Here's the
haven't been
biggest
there.
thing is just know the fans are that passionate, that they're that close. Your opportunity to make the impact, just as you do with your team, is going to be the same with the so many kids that we have, the organizations we bring in. We always bring in football teams. We always bring in, different styles of kids. We don't just stick to one. What I love about the Omaha Beef is they're always trying to reach out. Last year, the stand-up kids group, these drum line kids.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, did they put on a show?
Yeah.
Like, you could not believe it how uniform they were. And they were ranging from probably 14 down to 7, 6. I don't know, 6, 7. Who knows? Okay. But what I loved about it is a kid would drop his sticks and he'd still act like he was going. One of their kids that was a conductor would walk around, pick it up, and make it look like no one lost a stick. It was like, that's the stuff that the Omaha Beef continue to do. They've raised the standard of who comes around. So I welcome you. I will be out and about. I don't know if you've seen what I do, but I get to do the hype stuff with the fans. I get to host the parties. I get to ask the weirdest questions sometimes. We get to, do a chip challenge. I don't know if you heard or seen. We did a chip challenge. Coach owes the fans.
I do.
He did a little nibble while Jeff did a full chip. And I would think from the outside looking in, Jeff might have sprayed. Have you ever seen that numbing stuff for your throat? Like when you have a sore throat? That was probably Jeff. I don't care what anybody
got
said.
A dud. I'm telling you, he got a dud. That was not a hot chip because I took a nibble and I could feel fire. So there's no way.
Have you done any fun things like that are out of the ordinary for yourself? Whether it's a challenge with your college buddies or some activity outbound, like whether it's dune riding. I don't know. Is there anything that we should know about you that's beyond the family, beyond the football game?
So my wife, she's actually from New Zealand.
Ooh,
so that's a fun fact.
I've never been there.
So we went out to New Zealand, and we did some bungee jumping out there. Went cave diving with some glowworms. So that was kind of a thing. One of the world's highest bungee jumps.
Did you see a kangaroo?
No kangaroos. I didn't see any kangaroos. I think that's an Australia thing.
native to New Zealand?
I don't know. Like, he's right. It's probably Australia. Okay, I'm not National Geographic. I'm just asking an odd
random question. You're bungee jumping. Did you see a kangaroo while you're bungee jumping? No.
That's what I love of what we do. That's the awkward question, Coach. Why you gotta bust me up?
It's good.
I was hoping because to me, as you said, he could be a wrestler. I was hoping he would go, yeah. And the dude tried to kick me, and I just started beating the crap out of him.
Aggressive, right?
They are very aggressive. Go let him kick you.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
But we have 32 days left.
Yes.
What are some things that you feel you're going to be doing these next couple weeks to really prepare yourself? Obviously, he's talked about some veterans out there. Have you gotten to talk to them? And hopefully, I could tell you Junebug is a guy I would dig in deep on Junebug. He's a man of knowledge.
So we got the O-line coming out. We're going to get a lift in on, I think, either Saturday or Sunday there in the morning. I don't quite have the names of who's in the group chat, but I think Coach is coming. We got one more O-lineman coming. So we're going to go get a lift, start to get to know the guys. And training-wise for what I'm doing, it's just going to pick up the intensity, get the cardio up, get me running, doing all that to start getting ready. And then,
you know what I love about that? That I don't have anything to do with that. That just shows you how dialed in my team is. and we haven't got.
And for those out there that might go, well, if he's coming, what about Junebug? No, you understand. You want more than 3 linemen, okay?
Right.
You want more than 3 linemen that you can count
Can never
on.
have enough bigs, man. Let me just tell you, at any level of the game.
No. The speed ones, nothing against you, but all of the special players that are the speed, the receivers, all that, you can find those a dime a dozen. A good lineman is very hard to find, and when you get them, as Coach has said, either we're going to have them on our roster or people outside of Omaha are going to be calling Coach to get them on their roster.
Well, you know what's interesting is some comments came out today about chasing standards and stuff like that.
I did see you on a little soapbox. Go ahead.
Whatever. I mean, team hires equipment managers and lets them talk out the gate. I don't understand that, but when we bring in players, our job's to elevate them, right? To get them to where we want to be. Travis has now joined a team, an organization where you've heard our owner say it. It's not just about competing for championships. It's about winning them. That's why we've been to the championship 5 years in a row and won 3 out of the last 5, right? So how you set the standard is determined by what you do, again, in the off season, right? We set standards, players set the culture. So here it is. This is an example of the culture. They're getting together on a Saturday to lift. There's a difference, man. Look, I'm going to keep saying it because I'm proud of it, right? There's Omaha and there's everybody else, man. Not everybody can be here. So I'm beyond proud to hear that my guys are getting together and doing the preparation work ahead of camp. Don't come to camp not ready. You won't make it here, right? But there's other places you can go, right? But
there's options.
Yeah, there's options.
But Travis ain't here for options. He's ready to be a part of the answer. Well, welcome to the beef. Welcome to those who all tuned in, checking out our mini sponsor, Arbor Bank. They did a great segment. I know the players are ready for it.
Yep.
42 degrees. We greatly appreciate everything that they do.
Hey, important thing I got to mention, Kendall, tomorrow night, the Sammy Strong Foundation, who we're working with this season, they're going to be our featured nonprofit at our March 17th. Tomorrow night, they're having their Rat Pack Casino night at the Firefighters Union Hall. You can still go on their website and register if you want to attend. It's a black tie event. Would love to see you there. We're going to be raffling off. I'll be there. We're going to be raffling off in cooperation with them a prize to be a beef player for a night, that night, March 7th. So there's an opportunity to give to a really great cause. They're founded upon finding a cure for pediatric brain cancer. The Sammy Strong story, it's moving. Go on the website, you read all about it. But if you got nothing to do tomorrow and you want to be inside because it's going to be cold and you want to dress to the nines, Sammy Strong Foundation, Rat Pack Casino night. Go to their website and register. We'd love to see you there, and I'd love to give you an opportunity to play next to Travis on March 7th.
Man, he ain't going down on special teams. Don't be pulling him like that. But we'll give a last few shout outs.
To me.
Penn Steel Manufacturer. We can't do what we do without you.
Yep.
Again, Ace Rent to Own. Thank you again for our wonderful lounge, for the set, but also for the TV for the college football playoff championship.
Who won that?
Maria, one of the workers. And people, hold on. I want to make sure everybody understands. This was the square game. What you do is you put your name in the square. There's 100 of them. All right. We'll talk to you. Oh, it's a square game. Okay. Let me make sure everybody knows. You put your name in there. There's no numbers. After all names are filled out, 100 of them, which we use everybody in the building. The first people that got choice were if you pre-registered, just like on the Super Bowl, you get first choice.
Yeah.
After that, we put the numbers 0 through 9 from top to bottom in a random order. All we do is take the number of the score. For Indiana was 27. 27?
Yeah.
So we find the 7 under Indiana. We found the 4 under Miami for 24.
No, it was 21.
21. Thank you for the score.
Yes.
You scroll down, go down. That's the name. That's
Maria.
who win. So we greatly appreciate everybody who participated in that and got all those wonderful swag.
Yes.
But it's It's a great day and a great time. We appreciate everybody tuning in for the Omaha Beef Prime Time Beef Huddle. We'll see you next time.
Beef.
Until then, go Beef.
The standard is the standard. We set the standard.